Welcome to TBD On. I'm your host, the Blind Dyslexic. But first, please make a donation to the heroes at home. Cancer Sucks, as well as the Making Strides charities. 3 awesome charities that do a world of good for our men and women in the military and those suffering from cancer. And to our awesome cops, military personnel, and emergency responders. Please stay safe. You're always in our hearts. I did this video about a few years ago, but I figured I'd update it a bit. In the episode Last of the Time Lords, Captain Jack stated that he was referred to as the face of Bo, which really threw both the Doctor and Martha. Like, no, that couldn't be. And then about a few years after that, Facebook was doing one of those retrospects, like they do about certain shows that aired a certain year. And Legend of the Hidden Temple was shown. And I never watched the show, but they showed the fact that, but what I do remember from it, they had an Olmec head as part of the show, and it started me thinking, even back then, what if? What if, instead of Jack evolving to the face of Bo, what if all those Olmec heads that we were seeing down in Mexico, if that's Bo's race? Mind-blowing, ain't it? We don't know why they were carved, and in a sense we don't know pretty much about them. But what if, follow me on this, what if Bo's race came to our planet and either due to the atmosphere at the time or the ailments that were going around due to all the exploring, at least on Earth, granted, it happened to, something like this happened throughout. It was basically a pandemic through Bo's race. But at least on Earth, it caused their skin to petrify. And while they attempted to find a cure and attempted to figure out why this is happening, that's when they started going into those support chambers that we see Bo is in. And sadly, eventually, Bo is the only one who's left. Another concept I was thinking of is, in order to substantiate this little cool idea, is one of 2 ideas. First up, vacationers is standing next to one of these stone heads. They happen to find a loose section when they laid their hand on it, and they start pulling out remains. Second idea. Wherever one of these are at a museum, and they're cleaning it, restoring it in some ways, and whoever's doing that, same thing happens. And not wanting to scare the public, whichever one of these comes first, the other is suppressed in order to keep hysteria from kicking in. Now, would that not be an interesting concept for either the series, a novel, or the audio dramas? That the face of Bo's race was in reality these Olmec heads. And if you want to link it, and if you want to do like a link to one of the other genres, like Star Trek, Star Wars, or something like that, they could have something like The Trial of Bo, where an old friend of Bo's, for some unknown odd reason, tries him for the genocide of his people. Of course, Bo had nothing to do with it. And this is happening centuries, millennia after Bo's race had passed away. And the mystery is why this guy's trying him for something that Bo had nothing to do with. But no, I thought that was just an interesting concept when I saw the legend of the Hidden Temple, that what if the face of Bo and his race are in reality Olmec heads? You're not going to be able to look at those heads anymore like that, can ya? Nonetheless, I'm the Blind Dyslexic. You've been watching TBD On. Kindly make a subscription and make a comment down below and further this discussion. Hit the little notification bell in case YouTube wants to be persnickety. Smoke 'em if you got 'em, down if it's on tap. This has been your Blind Dyslexic. Ciao for now.